Hey guys, my name is Static Malak and I want to talk to you about Black Ops 3. Now with the new installment of the Call of Duty franchise coming in just over 3 months, a lot of people are asking whether this game is going to be worth the $60+ that they're going to end up putting into it. With the last 2 installments of this franchise being quite questionable, I can see why people wouldn't want to just instantly drop $60 or what is it, like $80 for the hardened edition on a game that they don't even know if they're going to enjoy for more than the first month. That being said, I do have to right here mention that there has been, between PS4 and Xbox One, like 780,000 pre-orders, but I think it's largely due to the beta and not anything to do with the actual quality of the game, considering the only things we know are hype and some footage from larger YouTubers that, frankly, they make their living off of YouTubing Call of Duty videos, and so me personally, I don't really trust the opinion of someone whose whole relevance in this industry is pretty much based on Call of Duty being the star of the show. I'm not saying that large YouTubers are corrupt or have some kind of agenda against us or for Call of Duty, but I'm just saying that they're probably somewhat biased when it comes to the franchise because it's what made them popular, it's what continues to make them popular, and it's kind of their lifeline right now, which is understandable. I respect that. But the big question for us as gamers is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 going to be a game that we want to spend our time and money on? The problem with this question is that it's not black and white. What makes a good game for one person wouldn't be the same things that would make a good game for another type of gamer or another person. Honestly, this is largely why there is a huge split gaming community between Call of Duty and Battlefield or Halo and Call of Duty or what have you. Now this is a video that could easily be over an hour long, but I'm going to be trying to hit some highlights and go through this as quickly as possible without spending too much of your time, but giving you enough information to try and make your own opinion, so just try and stick with me. Now the consensus of the last few Call of Duties, being Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, was that they just simply weren't that good. With most of the Call of Duty community calling them trash or garbage or whatever it is those guys are calling things they don't like these days. I swear it changes every year. And it really looks like it is becoming a trend. Each year we get hyped up for the new Call of Duty game 5 or 6 or 7 or however many months before the new game comes out, and then we play it for the first week and we realize that it was nothing like the experience we thought it was going to be. This is something that started way back with like Modern Warfare 3. Everybody thought that Modern Warfare 3 was going to be like Modern Warfare 2, only better, and then it wasn't. But I promise you it wasn't because Infinity Ward or whoever made that game that year was sitting in their office talking like, okay, so let's say it's Infinity Ward. We sold Modern Warfare 2 to these people and they loved it. Now we can sell them a crap game and still make a ton of money. I promise you that's not it. That doesn't make any sense. You can make the argument that, well, people already have the brand loyalty, so they're going to buy the game no matter what, so they're not going to try. But I promise you, after 2 or 3 years of that, people will abandon the franchise. Look at Halo. Halo was the biggest game in the world in like 2001 or 2007 with Halo 3 or whatever year Halo 2 came out. And then it just disappeared off the radar once Halo 4 came out. Everybody hated that game. And some people would even argue that that's what's happening with the Call of Duty community right now with the whole Call of Duty Ghosts and COD Advanced Warfare thing. There have been a lot of people that haven't been playing the newest title and have been resorting to going back to playing Black Ops 2 or whatever other Call of Duty that they enjoy. I've actually been going back and playing Modern Warfare 3 because honestly I enjoyed that game. But why are people going back and playing a 2 or 3 year old game like Black Ops 2? Because it was immersive. Because it was an overall pleasant experience. Because we enjoyed the game even though it wasn't perfect. As a community, we're asking for a perfect game, and that's not what we should be doing. That's not going to happen. That doesn't exist. We need a good game. And if there's any developer that knows how to make a good Call of Duty, not a perfect Call of Duty, but a good Call of Duty, it's Treyarch. Treyarch has shown us more than once that they are capable of making a game that we all love, with Call of Duty World at War, I loved that game. I loved the original Black Ops. To be honest, I never really played Black Ops 2 more than the occasional game of zombies because I was more into Halo at the time, but I have a twin brother and a little brother, and they both adored that game. And if YouTube is any indication, there are still people uploading Black Ops 2 videos. I would say that most of the community is even considering Black Ops 2 to be the new gold standard Call of Duty like Modern Warfare 2 was beforehand. But Treyarch isn't just going to make the same game again. As you guys have probably seen from other people's videos, they're bringing in more mechanics again, like wall running kind of from Titanfall and like a thrust jump and things along that line. Some people don't really mind that stuff is in the game. Other people hate it and want a more classic style of play. And if you've watched any Black Ops 3 gameplay, which I'm assuming that you have, you've probably seen that these new movement mechanics aren't mandatory. You don't need them to succeed, save some certain parts that you need them to get around the map, but that's games evolve. That's going to happen. The only thing you really need to understand at this point is that it's not going to be like Advanced Warfare. It isn't going to be a bunch of people jumping around as if they were wearing moon shoes from like the 1990s or moon boots or whatever they're called. It's going to be a movement style you're familiar with and that you'll probably enjoy. According to Drifter, a YouTube commentator that I personally watch, they are not making the maps as vertical like they were in Advanced Warfare. They're going to be more in a horizontal fashion. That's something that we're more used to, and so I think the wide majority of players will actually enjoy that more. These are things that Treyarch have listened to us about. Right now, everybody is focused on what the last 2 years of Call of Duty has been like, and rightly so. That's been the last 2 years of their gaming experience. But if you think about it, this developer, Treyarch, hasn't thrown their hat in the ring again since Black Ops 2, which was a great game, and before that, Black Ops, which was a great game, and before that, World at War, which was a great game. Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games, and Treyarch are not the same company, they are not the same developers, and they aren't going to do things the same way. It's super easy to get caught up in what these last few years have been like, but let's give credit where credit is due. Treyarch has consistently put out good games since they started with Call of Duty back in like Call of Duty 3 maybe even before that, I'm not even sure. They know what they're doing, they proved their competence in the past, and they're even having a beta. A beta is huge for multiplayer. The beta may not be the most smooth experience, but that's a good thing. With the data that they collect from that beta testing period, they can iron out kinks that would have been in most major Call of Duty titles coming out that never had a beta. Even having a multiplayer beta shows that Treyarch wants this to be the most smooth experience for us possible. It shows that they are taking responsibility for their product and putting in the effort to try and make sure that we get what we paid for. And why wouldn't they? They've had 3 years to make this game. And all of this is even without mentioning the other side of the community with zombies. Honestly, I'm sure zombies will be great. Everybody loves it, and they will continue to love it. I don't think they can mess it up. Lots of people follow the story. I don't know anything about the story. Good luck trying to follow it. I hear some things about it, and it just confuses me. But it's extremely fun, and that's what I care about. Okay, so remember that these are all opinions, because that's all we have right now. We don't have the game. I've never played it. You've never played it. Just a select handful of like YouTubers and whoever else have played it. Well, what do I know? You could have played it. If you don't agree with my view on things, feel free to tell me why. And if you do agree, feel free to tell me why as well. Some people are gonna love this game, some people are gonna hate it, it's inevitable. Personally, Treyarch has earned my trust. Looking back on their gaming timeline, they've put out quality games. And I really have no reason to think this will be any different. Personally, if it weren't for the beta, I wouldn't pre-order. I think that pre-orders kind of ruin games because it promises developers money that for a game that hasn't proven itself yet. But with over 780,000 people on this beta, I'm hoping that it works out in our favor. And I think it will. Well, there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on the matter. If you don't agree, let me know. If you do, that's cool too. I appreciate you guys listening to what I have to say. My name is Static Malak. You guys are beautiful people, and I'll talk to you later.